Hi, today on Gary's Urban Larder, I'm going to make a pound cake. But it's not just any old pound cake. It's an old-fashioned recipe I got from a friend of mine. And I've had challenges making this cake. So I call it Bee's Damn Cake. So let's get started. So I'll take you through the ingredients. It's pound cake, so it's pretty straightforward. A pound of butter, pound of powdered sugar, a pound of flour, 6 eggs, not really a pound, but 6 eggs will do. I've got salt, baking powder, and I've got sour cream, and then 3 flavorings: vanilla, almond extract, and orange extract. And the first thing I want to do is to get the butter going into my stand mixer, and I'm just going to, it's room temperature butter, so I'm just going to slice that, cut that up, and put that into my stand mixer. So we're going to do traditional method of creaming together the butter and the sugar. I'm going to, though, start just by creaming the butter a little bit. So I'm just going to start that on slow. And I have a spatula, which will help me scrape the sides. So I've just scraped the sides a bit. Turn that back on, and we'll let that cream together. Okay, that looks pretty good. Just give that, let that stop, and I'm going to lower the bowl, and I'm going to add in our powdered sugar. So it will make some dust. Get that in. All at once. There. So because I know this will make a snowstorm, I've got a cloth, the clean towel, which I'm going to use just to cover the mixer before I start it, to cut down the spread of the icing sugar. Okay. I can see a little dust cloud. It's probably you can too. This will keep most of the sugar in the bowl. There. Just increase the speed a bit and make sure that is incorporated. And I can give that a scrape down. It's looking pretty good. Now, tastes good too. I'm using an unrefined powdered sugar, so it's not as white as refined sugar, but that's okay. I want to have a little color in the crumb, and this makes an excellent crumb. So give that just a quick mix, and I'll put on my little slide, and we'll start adding our eggs. Fairly low speed. We're going to add them one at a time, just until incorporated, like any traditional method. It's the first egg. And once that's combined, we'll add the second, followed by the others. Okay, I've combined all 6 eggs. And the eggs have caused a little bit of separation. in the batter. Looks a little curdled. We'll see how we get on. Our dry ingredients, salt, and our baking powder. Now, I'm just going to whisk that together so it's well combined. And I'm going to add this in parts to our egg mixture, alternating with our sour cream and our flavorings. So, okay, add a third, my first third. Lift that up. I have my towel. And again, I'm going to use that to help contain some of the dust, this time from the flour. Yeah. So is that starting to combine? Actually, the curdled appearance has gone. You can take a look. So that's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to add my flavorings. There's the vanilla, the almond extract, and our orange extract. Now, according to the recipe, you can use any combinations of flavor you want. Rum extract, lemon, almond, no vanilla, more vanilla, as you wish. I like this combination. So now we'll add another third. Raise our bowl, our cloth to cover and catch, and I'll give it a little mix. Now, the one thing I will say is you always have to scrape down the sides and the beater. So we'll do that. Now, interesting thing, and you may have noticed, is that I'm mixing this a little more than I normally would with the standard granulated sugar and creamed eggs and butter recipe. The reason being is that this has powdered sugar, which contains cornstarch. And that cornstarch retards the formation of the gluten, which is a good thing. However, if you undermix it, it will not be a cake as we know it. And that was my problem until I watched my friend actually beat the life out of this batter. And that's the secret to it. And that frustration it caused for me resulted in the name Bee's Damn Cake. But I tell you, it produces a really beautiful, beautiful crumb. So I'm just combining the sour cream now into our batter. Our oven has been preheated to 350 degrees, 180 Celsius. And the cake is going to go in for 15 minutes at that temperature. And then we'll drop it back to 320, 315, 160 Celsius and bake it a further 45 to 55 minutes. And we'll keep an eye on it and we'll test it. Now, I really want you to look at this batter now, the texture of it. It's really beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So now we'll add the last of our flour, of our dry ingredients. And one more cover of the towel. And we'll mix this together. And it helps if I lift the bowl. There we go. Now, it's at this point, we're going to beat this a little longer than normal. About 3 minutes more than you think you ought to. And it really, because of the cornstarch, it really doesn't develop the gluten that you think it would from such a long mix. But it develops a really beautiful and delicate crumb. Okay, I think that's long enough. I'm going to drop that and give a scrape down to everything. I have cleaned up a little bit. I have my prepared tin, which has just been greased and floured. And I want to just get this out of the stand. There. So you can see the amount of flour that has come out of the bowl. We're not going to worry about that though. We're just going to concentrate on getting this into our tin and into our oven. So and this is a 12-cup tube pan. So get every bit of it out of there. There. I hate to waste any of this. And I love a good pound cake. Now I'm just going to take my spatula and run it through the batter. The excess goes back in. Get that off the lip. That will burn and it will smell, and I won't like the smell of that. And then we're going to tamp it and swirl it. This is also my friend's method. Tamp and swirl that. And we're doing that to even it out and to eliminate any air pockets. So now that goes into our medium hot oven, 15 minutes, reduce it to a moderate oven and cook another 45 to 50 minutes. Join me when it's coming out. It's time to take our cake out of the oven. The aroma is fantastic. And this just needs to cool about 10 minutes before we turn it out. We're going to finish it. We're not going to glaze it. We're just going to dust it with icing sugar. So 10 minutes, we'll get to take a look at the final result. Hey, you've come on this journey this far with me. It's time to turn it out. I'm not hopeful. Bee's damn cake doesn't look right to me. Well, we didn't lose much. I lost a little off the top. I think I can live with that. Sometimes these things happen. It's very soft on the side. It's collapsed a little bit. But I have to say it tastes delicious. Beautiful crumb. Okay, we'll let it cool completely. Then we'll cut it and we'll have a taste. I need to cut Bee's damn cake and we'll see if it tastes better than it looks. So I'll just get a nice slice here. It is very tender. And we've got some gum streak through the cake. So, Bee's Dam cake beat me again. So I overbeat it. All right. Well, this is a flop. Flavor's good, but you can't serve this. And I won't eat it. So, okay. Lessons learned. I have to look back at what I did and what happened with Bee's Dam cake. I thought I had overmixed it and created gluten, but it turns out I'd overcreamed the butter and sugar. So that created a bit of a collapse and a bit of gummy area, just in one area, probably where the structure just didn't hold up. Overall, the flavor is really good. The crumb, a little crumble. I can't complain in the end. And next time when I do Bee's Dam cake, I'll be careful when creaming that butter and sugar. You can always learn something. And it's important to take time to reflect. Well, thank you for joining me today on Gary's Urban Larder. If you enjoyed today's recipe, please give me a thumbs up. And also, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And remember to ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single delicious recipe. And do share this with your friends to help build the community. Until next time, bye-bye.